Welcome my dear student in digital learning class of mathematics. Today I am going to tell you a very new chapter, that is your squares and square roots. Today I am going to tell you about introduction part, and this is very interesting chapter, and even you will find here some new things that you haven't studied before yet. Now we are going to start to go to chapter. First we must know about introduction. So let's move toward introduction. So first, name of the chapter is clear to you now. It is square and square roots. In this chapter, first we must know what is the definition of a square. What do you mean by a square? It is not a geometrical figure that is having four sides. We are talking about squares of numbers. So here, firstly, I want to tell you what is the definition of square. Square means a number obtained when a number is multiplied to itself. This word itself stands the complete definition. For example, I am talking about itself word. So we can take an example here. Let's see. If I am talking about itself, so if 2 is any number with you, so it is multiplied to itself. That means same number. Itself means same number. So 2 to the 4 is the answer. But how many 2 you have here? You have 2 times. 2 is 2 times. So you can read the definition again. The number obtained when number is multiplied to itself. So 2 is multiplied to itself. So it becomes 4. And you can write it in the form of 2 raised to power 2. This is very important, this power. So let's see the definition. It is the number raised to the power 2. I told you this, whenever we are doing square, so the power become 2 to the number, to the given number. Next, so how to write? An example is given to you. This is the example. 2 into 2, 2 to the 4. So 4 would be the answer, and you can write it in the form of 2 raised to power 2. So next thing, if a natural number m, any number is m, can be expressed as n square. Any number that we can convert into n square, where n is a natural number, then m is square number. So to make it clear, let me tell you one thing. If you have number 4 with you, and 4 you can write 2 raised to power 2. So the value of m is 4 and value of n is 2. So this 4 we called square number. All those numbers which we can represent in the form of square form, those are called square numbers. All the square numbers ended with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9 at unit place. This is also very important. At unit place, keep in mind this number would be there, like 6, 9, 0, 1. These numbers are very important. Just by checking without calculation, we can solve this part. Next, you have your square number can have only even number of zeros at the end. So all those numbers which are perfectly square number, they have even number of zeros in the end. For example, 100, number of zeros are 2. So it is the perfect square of 10 raised to power 2. 10 raised to power 2 become 100. This is very important to understand. Then next is your square root of inverse operation is square root. Inverse of the operation of square. This is very important. How? If you are talking about square. So square means the power of any number is 2. And when it is given square root means a sign like that. This is the sign of square root, and this sign represent the power is 1 by 2. So you can see here 1, here 1 upon 2. So they are reverse of each other. This is very important to understand. Next thing, there are two integral squares of perfect integral square roots of perfect square numbers. Definitely we have two numbers like plus and minus sign, but for a positive number we have always symbol like this. This is the symbol of square root, and you can see here it is given to you 3 square is equals to 9. If you are interested to take square root of 9, so you can write it in the form and you will get answer equals to 3. How you come to know this is the answer? For that I want to tell you, consider 9 is given to you under the root 9. So you can write it as 3 raised to power 2, and this is a square root sign. So this square root and this 2 is going to cancel out each other, as I told you, because this under root sign is representing power 1 upon 2. So they are going to cancel each other. In this way you will get the right answer. So this is the first part, that is introductory part. What do you mean by square? Which kind of numbers are there related to the squares? So next we have now perfect square or square numbers. What are the perfect square? So it is the square of some natural number if m is equals to n square. As I told you, the example of 4 is equals to 2 square. Then m is called perfect square number where m and n are natural numbers. For example, 1 into 1 become 1. But now if we are doing second example, 2 to the 4, so it become 2 raised to power 2. This is very important to understand. That now very next important part, that is the property of square numbers. So let's move toward first property. First property is a number ending with in 2, 3, 7, 8 are never perfect. For example, so this is very important, my dear student. Without calculation, you can check this part at one's place. 2, you can see in first 152, what is the unit place? 2. In 1028, you have 8 at one's place. In last case, you have 3 at one's place. So this is very important to understand. In these cases, whenever you was having number like this, so there is a, in such cases, keep in mind these points. If number are 2, 7, 8, so please, these are not in the case of perfect square. The number ending with 0, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 may or may not necessarily square number. This is also very important thing. But in general, we are considering these number with the ending with the 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 are generally are perfect square numbers. But not in all cases. For example, 20 is not perfect square, 31 is not perfect square, 24 is also not a perfect square numbers. Okay. So next is, once again see here, square of an even number is always even. You can see 2 is even number, its square is 4. 4 is even number, 4 4 just 16 is also even. You can take an example of 8. 8 is an even number, its square become 8, it's just 64. And for an odd number, square of an odd number is always odd. Here 5 is odd number, so its square become 5 5 25, that is also odd. 9, you can take an example, 9 9 81, 11 11 121. Such examples are there. This is also an important part. Odd number, if you have, after squaring you will get odd. If you have even number, you will get a even number in after squaring. Next thing what we have, that is related to number ending is an odd number of zeros cannot be a perfect square. You can see 10, there is no perfect square of 10, not of 1000. So these are examples. Just count the 0. Here 1 0, here 3 0, here we have 5 zeros. So for to make any number perfect square, we need even number of zeros. Next, the difference of the square and of two consecutive natural numbers. Consider first, what is the consecutive numbers? Here word is consecutive. Consecutive means they are regular, like 1 and 2, 3 and 4. These are consecutive. They are regular as they are, I am writing. So if such numbers are with you, so you can directly use a formula to find their sum, that is n square plus 1 minus n square. So you can see here, if you are interested to find out the 4 raised to power 2 minus 3 raised to power 2, directly add them first. 4 plus 3, 7. This is the answer. Directly you can calculate. Even if you want to calculate it genuinely, so 4 4 just 16, 3 3 just 9, 16 minus 9 is 7. Same answer you will get here. and triplet of any number. Whenever we are talking about triplet of any number, so this is Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet means here we are going to talk about this series, m square plus n square is equals to p square, but in previous class you have studied it as a Pythagoras theorem. So I hope it is clear to you up to here. That is the introductory part. So let's move toward little bit forward. This is the table that representing your square and square numbers. If 1 is the number, so its square become 1. 2 2 ja 4, 3 3 ja 9, 4 4 ja 16, 5 5 ja 25, 6 6 ja 36, 7 7 ja 49, 8 8 ja 64, 9 9 ja 81, 10 10 ja 100. These are the number which you are getting after multiplying. Same is the table, you can note down the table. This is important table to understand this one. But here it is not meant to learn this table. This table is for understanding. How we can say that if any number is, we are getting 1, how many times we are getting 1? You can observe from here. Just check this one. If how many times? If 1 we are making square, so we are getting 1. If 9 we are getting, then it is 91. You can see in how many cases we have 1 at unit place. Like 11 we have, so 11 11 ja 121, 21 1 ja 441. So in 19 you can see 19 with also we are getting. So in this table generally our work is to find out if we are interested to take any number whose unit place is 1 after squaring. So it is very clear to us, it may be 1, it may be 9, it may be 11, it may be 21, it may be 19. In all these number after squaring we are getting 1 at unit place. So let's have a look over some other examples like this one. Following squares, you can see here, following squares number ended with 1. So let's see that. Here if 1 is the number and we are making square of 1, that means 1 into 1, we are getting 1. 9 into 9, 81. 11 into 11, 121. 19 into 19, 316. 21 into 21, 441. Most common thing in all is, what is the most common thing? Numbers are different but their unit place C. In all cases unit place is 1. This is interesting part to understand, and you can check some examples also given here. Try these also. And what would be the unit place in these cases? Second, after understanding this, we have next one. How many numbers having ending with 6? So just find out this table and try to solve these questions. In this way you will get the right answer when directly it is asked to you, find how many numbers are there whose unit place is 1. How many numbers are there whose unit place is 6 after squaring. So directly you can solve now after comparing from the table. So I hope it is clear to you how to solve such question. Thank you.